Hi, my name is Yosine, and today I'm going to talk to you about the cinematography of Luca Bigazzi. The goal is to break down his technique so you have a starting place to learn about his work. Most of you will know him best for his work on the popular TV series The Young Pope, as he only relatively recently gained fame outside of Italy, where he lives. Bigazzi has worked in the film industry since he was 23 years old, when he got lucky and landed himself a job as DOP for famous Italian director Silvio Soldini. Since then he has made over 50 films, most of which he collaborates on with a small selection of directors he works with repeatedly. Having a good working relationship with a crew that he trusts is one of the most important things of working on a film, according to Bigazzi. Cinema is the art of the collective creation, he says, and he relies on every single person on his crew to make a great film. Back when Bigazzi first started shooting, his main work consisted of commercials shot on 16mm. He was a big fan of shooting on film and has continued to shoot most of his projects on either 16mm or Super 35 up until 2005, where he, when asked, said he was hesitant about shooting digital since it was not yet suitable to all types of light. In a recent interview, however, Bigazzi admitted he would probably never go back to working with traditional film stock. His recent work has all been shot on the Red Epic, which Bigazzi loves because of its amazing HDR capabilities. It manages excessive contrast in his shots and therefore saves him time on set, which he otherwise would have spent trying to make the slightest adjustments to his lights. In terms of lighting, it's very easy to recognize Bigazzi's style. He loves natural light and always tries to replicate it as best as he can. His scenes are mostly lit from one large but very soft light source, which he likes to place outside the set. Bigazzi prefers to have his sets completely cleared from lighting stands, which gives both him and the actors the freedom to move around without constrictions. Interior daylight scenes he will light by placing 18K HMIs outside a window with the light spilling in through a curtain, and he's very fond of using practicals to fill in the rest. Bigazzi has a deep appreciation for the practicals and has said that production designers are those truly responsible for the lighting on set. They influence the photographic result as much as the DOP does. His demand to have a clear 360 degrees of field on set also comes from the fact that he shoots with up to 3 cameras at the same time, so the less artificial lights needed, the better. His preferred lights are LEDs, which give the exact kind of soft glow Bigazzi is looking for. For his work on The Young Pope with longtime collaborator and friend Paolo Sorrentino, Bigazzi combined his soft key lights with Tiffin Pro Mist filters, which gave an almost blinding halo to the whites you see on screen. In the words of Bigazzi, he wanted to make the Pope shine. The almost blinding glow of the sun is present in most of his scenes, but barely ever directly seen. Bigazzi and Sorrentino wanted to create an aesthetic made up of great daytime brightness combined with mysterious scenes of deep darkness, which is everything any other television series tries to avoid. Bigazzi and Sorrentino have previously collaborated on many other projects, the most well-known ones being The Great Beauty and Youth. On both of these films, Sorrentino trusted Bigazzi enough to grant him complete freedom in working out his lights. He said on Bigazzi that Luca knows I'd rather go down new, unexplored paths than to rely on what we know and have already done. And one thing both of them love to experiment with is to keep the lights moving. Either the light source itself moves around, or the characters move in and out of the lights intermittently, giving the shots more energy and more interesting dynamics. When it comes to lenses, Bigazzi prefers to shoot as wide as possible, often to the point where the background takes over the frame completely and his characters are small dots in the distance. He doesn't like to work with modern digital lenses, complaining that they often make the image look too sharp, and he prefers older, softer lenses with no distortion instead. He loves to use the Leica's Semicron C lenses, but has been using Arri Ultra Primes and Cooke lenses as well. As well as light his sets, Bigazzi is also always the one behind the camera. He has a hard time signing off his name on the image of a film on which he didn't operate the camera himself. His style, especially in his more recent films like Youth, is very calculated with great detail for visual composition. He likes to place his characters in the center of the frame, often juxtaposed with horizontal lines in the background. Long, carefully choreographed master shots play an important role in his films with Sorrentino, and he always has powerful control of the scenery. He's also a big fan of using frames within frames, often used to single out his characters and set them apart from their surroundings. He has the ability to translate 10 pages of dialogue into a single shot, and his shots are often infused with a certain kind of Fargo-esque humor. He loves juxtapositions and oppositions, which he reinforces visually by interpreting reality in a surprising way. I hope you all enjoyed this video and that it inspires you to see some of Bigazzi's films. Bye now.